Hello, Brobs. I'm back with more books. And even though I'm itchier than a hooker with fire ants covering her body because I have poison ivy all over the side of my head. My ears crispier than one of those goddamn pig ears that they give dogs to chew on. And my arms are just life's awful right now. But I got books. And even though my armpits are full of rash and my side of my face is full of rash, I went to the large bins at the Salvation Army today and dug along with the Plymouth Library. I went there too, bruv. And that's where I got this Penguin 60 from Samuel Taylor Coleridge. The Rime of the Ancient Mariner. I used to have a bunch of these and then I sold them. I got stupid and sold them all. They used to sell these at the Borders outlet stores. They'd sell them in a big, I'm not sure why, a pack where they would be stacked on each other so they would be laid out flat like a coffee table book or something. It was bizarre, but yeah, I've been slowly collecting them whenever I see them. This is probably my favorite book that I found today of the approximately 20 books. Well, I guess there's 3 from the other day too. The second book of Irish Ghost Stories by Patrick Byrne, a Mercer paperback. I mostly like it because of the cover art. It's kitschy, but it's effective. This is not a very big book. As you can see, it's mass market paperback. I don't even know if it starts at page 1, does it? Yeah, no, it starts at 7. Yeah, I really like that cover. Agatha Christie, The Mirror Cracked. Something tells me that Agatha Christie is akin to Shakespeare in that she probably doesn't exist. But then again, I read some crazy story that was it Agatha Christie whose husband cheated on her and then she disappeared for like a weekend? Or was that some other author? I think it was Agatha Christie. But I don't know, she seems like Lillian Jackson Braun in that she kept writing books and never died. It's kind of like the undead. Yeah, I should probably go to the second one of these. The Body in the Library. And I've slowly been collecting Christie books. I usually don't get them unless they're in really good shape. And these are probably 70s or 80s paperbacks. So, yeah, when you got at least some, this is a much better cover, but when you got something decent on a decent illustration on the cover, it's much easier to absorb it into your collection. Goethe, or is it Goethe? The Sorrows of Young Werther. I don't know what this book is about, but I've heard of it. And I can't even read that. This book is a unique collection comprising those works of Goethe which stress his unique attitude towards love and death. In these tales and memoirs of fated courtships and redemption through death, the great classicist avoids the melodramatic and macabre, infusing his writing with clairvoyant wisdom and the laughter of the gods. I bet he does, bruv. Whoa. Fucking hit that one so hard I knocked the book out of my hand, the phone out of my hand. Love Fire. I mean, this one's just a fucking pablum tablet. Pablum tableau, sorry. Love Fire, Julia Grice. Oh my god, my arms itch. Everything itches on me. I just want to fucking rip my skin off, but I mean, even my B crack is itching. I swear to the loving book goblins of fucking Weberville that if I get poison ivy in my butthole, I'm gonna rage severely. Last time I had a major outbreak of poison ivy, I nearly got it in my nether regions, but I avoided it. This time, something tells me I'm going to get it in my butt crack. And it's not going to be pleasant. Because you can always feel the itch before the pustules appear. God damn these stickers. I hate them. Hey, we do it so there's sales. I guarantee they've never given me a discount on any of these stickers. Ever. Now it just leaves a big sloppy mess on there. What the fuck are you doing? What's this lady? Gone to different lands. Ireland, the Caribbean, New Orleans. I'm not even going to read the synopsis. I got it as a joke book. Otto of the Silver and... Wow. Very shaky. I got this one for the book plate, which I've already done a short on, but doubt anyone ever watches the... Well, I mean, I do have my fans in corny New York and someplace in Metro Detroit, which I won't mention. I don't know if I call them fans, but there's something where they just won't stop watching. But here we go. How the Baron came home, Sean. Otto of the Silver Hand. I don't know what that's about. I don't really care. I just got it for the Ex Libris bookplate. The Dark Between the Stars, Paul Anderson. This one, I won't lie, I got it simply for the fact that it's a hardcover and that there's a naked person with looks like a mandarin monkey on a fucking spaceship. Don't really care what it's about. It's sci-fi. It's stupid. Sci-fi, I hold with comic books as being irrelevant. I only buy it when I have like a $7 to $10 window of profit. Not that I plan to sell anything, even though I did. I won't talk about that. This is nice. Ex Libris, bruv, from Memorial Library, First Baptist Church of Wayne, Michigan, in memory of Robert Ned Longhead, 9-2, 1962, or 61. Looks like they originally wrote 62, but then settled with 61. First Baptist Church, 3612 Glenwood, which must be near the cemetery. Whoa. Create in me a pure heart of God and renew a steadfast spirit within me. Our Father, which art in heaven. What year is this book? I can't read Roman numerals. But yeah, I live in Wayne, so has some significance to me, although I don't know what that significance is. Hey, look, there's Helen Longheed. She checked it out too, bruv. Mila Leighton. What's that say? Juanita Fox. What's that say? Debbie Sassoon. Rick Big. Wasn't Longheed the person that it was? Yeah, Robert Ned. Yeah, I like it. Just for that alone. I mean, what is this book called? Victorious Praying, Studies in the Family Prayer by Ellen Redpath. I'll never read it, but now I have a book. Probably shouldn't have drank 2 beers before I did this either. Goethe Faust, Part 1, a new translation by David Luke. Yeah. As I've said, I did see a copy of Goethe's Faust, and I believe it was other works of Goethe, but it was in German, so I did not get it from that estate sale with the crazy art and the bizarre literature. Not bizarre, but it's kind of literature. This one, did I get it from I do believe I did get this from the Salvation Army today. Spindrift. I kept what's that called when you think of it something else? I kept seeing that it was spendthrift, but it's spindrift. I don't know what the fuck that means. I mean, I don't know if this lady knows anything coherently, but Phyllis Whitney is one of those gothic romance novelists. Inside the walls of a palatial Newport estate, a violent struggle was beginning. Christy Moreland had come back to Spindrift, determined to uncover the truth behind the mansion's most tightly held secret, the reason for her father's death. There she is, Phyllis. Hi, Phyllis. Speaking of gothic, Daphne du Maurier, The House on the Strand. Now, I think I have probably too many copies of this book, but I don't know how many copies I actually have. I do find a lot of Daphne du Maurier, though, and I always get them, especially when they're 50 cents, because why not? They're usually worth $10 minimum. Eventually, I can just sell them as a lot. Somebody who needs them. I've never read one of her novels, though I've seen a few of the movies that were based on her novels. I don't know if they're true renderings, but yeah. Pokemon First Partner Handbook. This is for me child. Although me child has repeatedly stated these books are kind of kids' books. And I'm like, listen, the entire fucking franchise is a kid's enterprise. So if you're going to complain about the book, you probably should complain about the cards as well. There was about 4 or 5 of these different kind of books, but this is the only one that was not frayed and worn. 2017. Pika, all-time great, buddy. I mean, honestly, this is a bit juvenile, but when you're collecting stuff, what's it matter? Morning Glory, Marie-Helene Hewitt. The Will of the French Revolution. In the glaring light of its bicentennial, the French Revolution has returned as political allegory. Hewitt's bold and challenging claim is that defenders, detractors, and purportedly objective analysts have not taken seriously enough the revolution's rhetoric and ideology. In Morning Glory, Hewitt provides an arresting analysis of revolutionary will as the flashpoint between theory and everyday life. Right. So I keep threatening them I'm going to buy novels, and this one I actually bought. And I was thinking about it as people get, like several hundred and 1,000 followers, subscribers. They start, oh, this is such a monumental event. And honestly, is it really? But I was thinking about maybe when I get to like 500 or 1,000, I'll give a book away. But you got to be a goth chick, so. And you can't, stalk me and then block me when I say, hey, are you stalking me? That kind of goth chick, you can't do it. Hey, I'm watching your videos and commenting, but once you contact me about it, I'm going to block you. That's cool. Don't be dumb. You're better than that. Oh my God, I'm fucking itching. And this crispy ass ear. Why me? Why? I wake up in the morning and my hair is glued to the seepage of my ear. It's a goddamn dreadful state to be in right now. Mysterious Islands, Forgotten Tales of the Great Lakes. What is this? Wolf Islanders. Lake Michigan Islands, Lake Superior Island. Hey, what a shock. They're all fucking Great Lake Islands. They weren't kidding, were they? I guess not. What about Bois Blanc? Bois Blanc, buddy. The Story of a Novel by Thomas Wolfe. Got several of Thomas Wolfe's books. This one's actually vintage. I don't know what year it is. But it's a pretty damn nice copy. I don't know if it's worth anything. I didn't look it up. I didn't even care. It's like, I'm getting this book. What year is it? 36? That can't be right. Might be, but no. Something tells me it's 50s or 60s. I keep saying 35, but my guess is it's 40s, 50s, 60s-ish. It looks like it. I mean, everything screams not 1935, but you never know. Maybe it's just a great, clean copy. As I've said, I have not looked it up. I don't even know what it's about. The Story of a Novel to Alfred Dashiell, a friend. Blake's, William Blake, that is. The Marriage of Evan and Elle, introduction by Clark Emery, number 1. I mean, most of my familiarity with Blake comes through the movie Dead Man with Johnny Depp, where he obviously is not real. Is written into the script as a man named William Blake who has become an outlaw from a series of unfortunate events. But he is also aided by a Native American under the guise of actor Gary Farmer. And, yeah, William Blake uses his gun and kills a few people. And he's eventually sought after by henchmen to come and kill him, or at least capture him. So yeah, that's my extent with William Blake, and I think, wasn't Jim Morrison a William Blake fan? I don't know. Beyond that, I don't know. Unsolved Mysteries, book annex, $10. I thought this was a Barnes and Noble, but bizarre events that have puzzled the greatest minds. They probably haven't. The all-seeing eye of Horus. Look at that guy. Easter Island, buddy. That's where I'm going. I'm not actually going there. Look at these fucking ghoulish things. They should be bombed. This book slipped in because I was on my way to work and I ran out of time. Time-wise, I guess there was nothing going on, but I like to get paid, so I tried to be on time, and then I just happened to grab this book and never took it out of the basket. But as I've stated before, if I buy 15 books, that comes out to $7.95, and then I give a 5-cent roundup to the thrift store so they can supposedly help homeless people and vets and that kind of stuff. I mean, if I had a choice and it was on a screen, I'd push no every time, but since there's a human with eyeballs staring at me asking, I give the 5 cents. And that's how this book made it into the fold. I have a feeling I will not like any of these poems. This one I got at the library. Serling, The Rise and Twilight of Television's Last Angry Man. Rod Serling, of course. Superb and absorbing, harrowing biography of a media star. Philadelphia Inquirer. Gordon F. Sander. I always like Rod Serling. He's an interesting guy. Died rather young from, I think, lung cancer, which is not surprising because he was always smoking, which is probably going to happen to a lot of these weed-infused zombies who keep smoking. And I'm just like, maybe you shouldn't smoke so much, buddy. And they're just like, no, it's good for you. Kills pain. It's natural. Jesus made it too. He loved it. I'm just like, listen, motherfucker, you're going to get lung cancer. And they're just like, no. It's not like cigarettes. I'm like, yeah, it is like cigarettes. You're ingesting literal smoke into your face, you fucking halfwit. And instead of eating gummies, because, everyone's using it for medicine, they decide they're going to smoke this stanky-ass weed. And it eases the death pangs. Yeah, that's great. But it also dumbs you down. Anyway, instead of taking gummies, as I said, or whatever alternative there is, these fools keep smoking it. And any smoke's going to eventually give you some form of lung cancer, irritation, problems, disability. But people stick with it, so there you go. So yeah, Rod Serling, bruv. Traveler by Richard Adams, who is better known by his book Watership Down. I've never read it. Don't know what it's about even, but it probably made Richard Adams's career. Otherwise, he'd be a nobody. This is from 1988. Which company? Knopf. Alfred A. Knopf. I've started collecting classic books, authors of classic books, first edition, so it's not a bad stratagem for collecting. because most, classic authors' first editions are at least 10, $20 worth in value. So this one, I think, is in the lower strata of those numbers, those figures. Figures. This I couldn't pass up, even though it has no dust jacket. The Gulag Archipelago by Alexander Solzhenitsyn. For some reason, at this, this is both 1 and 2. Well, that's even better then. At this thrift store where I get the most of my books, there goes that pile. There is I don't know if it's a person who's got some kind of fixation with dust jackets, or maybe it's no, because I've seen books with their dust jackets being removed from each other's company, and then you just find the book later with the dust jacket gone. So I don't know if there's some just weirdo who hates dust jackets and can't stand their existence and removes them and destroys them. I mean, eventually, if you remove a dust jacket and throw it into a large book bin, it's going to get pulverized into just a folded up, balled up mass. So I'm not sure if somebody's performing those several stages or somebody's buying book jackets. You never know. There may be somebody doing an art project with only book jacket covers. Honestly, most book jacket covers, dust jacket covers, are at least a half to a 3/4 of the. Sorry, I'm itching my fucking arm, which I'm not supposed to itch. Is half to 3/4 of the value of the book is the dust jacket on any vintage book, and on an antique book, it's almost 3/4 of the value. Anyway, since I'm itching and I need a shower, and I've come to the last book, I will say adieu. Adieu, bro. 27 minutes. That's ponderous, buddy.